Hello, Mount fans. You know, it feels like the snow may never leave the ground. It's hard to believe that we are about to turn the page. Basketball in their final month leading into March Madness. It's time for spring sports season. And our first conversation on our Mount Athletics podcast as we look towards the spring is with the head coach of women's lacrosse, Lauren Skellchock. Coach Lowe has had an incredible amount of success here at the Mount, including taking the Mount women's lacrosse program to a regular season MAC championship a year ago. They have been in the MAC semifinals in consecutive seasons. She's got a younger team, but an extremely talented team coming into this season that will open on Friday, February the 6th here at home at Waldron Stadium against Towson. Our conversation with Coach is coming up next, as this is our Mount Athletics podcast. Great to be back with you here on our Mount Athletics podcast. My name is Adam Pohl, joined by the 12th year head coach of Mount Women's Lacrosse, Lauren Skellchock. And Coach Lowe, this is such an exciting time of year. We've been joking about the weather. We're looking out over it. They're calling it snowcrete right now. I've never heard of, have you ever heard of that term?
No, not at all. But I mean, we were expecting more out this way, but like we were saying, I mean, Waldron was the clearest part of Emmitsburg, so we were pretty lucky about that.
If you were flying over the Mount campus right now, you would say, what is that little green block on the ground?
There's a field down there. Someone worked hard for that, so that's good.
So we're going to dig in a little bit towards this year's team, obviously, but I wanted to go down memory road a bit. But first, before that, how hard is it when weather temperatures are like this? It feels like it's as cold as it's ever been. In this month of February and January leading in. How hard is it to get ready for a season that's supposed to be a quote unquote spring sports season?
Yeah, I think it's really difficult. That's one of the hardest things just about being a coach, being a head coach in particular, just the logistics of you can go out there and coach and plan practices, but if you don't know where that's going to be, you're going to be displaced or there's temperature differential. That's a little stressing. But I think we just took it in stride. You know, you make the most of every opportunity that you're out on the field, and whether you're displaced and you have to go indoors or off site, we just kept it really focused and intentional with the space and the time that we had. So while yes, we can't believe like game day is upon us tomorrow, you feel prepared not only because of a preseason, right? Yeah. That you might be weathered, but we've had a whole fall, and realistically, you've had some years with some of the players on your team. So you go back to, you build confidence, not just in 3 weeks, you built it over time.
How about the fact that your next win's going to be your 100th as a coach here at the Mount? How much does that mean to you?
Took too long. Well, I hope it's tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm hopeful for that. But yeah, I mean, we were just reminiscing about when I got here, it was back in 2014, a complete just, I wouldn't say rebuild, but just restructuring of the program, and how, you know, we've laid the foundation in wanting to continue and want to be a championship team in the MAC. And certainly that's the goal for this year. We've gotten a little bit of a taste of it these past couple years. And certainly we were a little bitter taste at the end of last year, but I think it's all about the journey. So, you know, we laid a great foundation in recruiting, and I think we'll reap the benefits certainly with this team.
You were able to go to back-to-back NCAA tournaments in the NEC in 2021 and 2022. That time to be able to build the program up, I mean, between 2019 and 2023, 4 seasons, you lost 1 game in the NEC in the regular season, 25-1.
Yeah.
That's really remarkable. No program here at the Mount has been able to have sustained success like that. How meaningful was that for you? And I know you're trying to build it like that here in a new conference.
Yeah, I felt like, again, it was a work in progress because you want to get the right people here. But I felt like the moment I took over this program, they were bought in. and whether it took a couple years to get those wins, it didn't matter because I think we all believed it and we had a goal in mind. And I think the NEC was great for building that confidence, and now it's spilling over. I think even when we entered the MAC, that was a tough year, a rebuild year for us. But I also felt, through those hard times and into that year 2 of the MAC, I could see us being back on top. I knew, we've built a culture of it. So certainly even this year, like being ranked number 2, right? Sometimes I like that number 4 ranking because then you hang around and people are like, oh, there's the mount. But, for us, we talk about winning and we talk about championships. So, it's there. And we're just building towards that. And then in this non-conference part of our schedule.
How much did that 2021 championship mean? Because the 2019 team had a lot of great sophomores.
Yeah.
And then your 2020 team was probably the best in the NEC, but COVID knocked that season out.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, you've got this group of girls that are seniors. They basically haven't lost. They hadn't lost a game or more than one game in 3 years. And they're losing in the championship game against Wagner. And I just thought it was an unbelievable, almost like storybook ending to that season.
Yeah, because I remember when we were in COVID in 2020 and having to tell those seniors and those juniors even, like, we're not having a season, right? And for every athlete in the country, coach who had to go through that, it was just terrible. So to come back the way we did and to end those seniors' careers on such a high note, you couldn't beat it. But I really do think that team was built off of youth. And every player on that team, when they were freshmen, they were playing. And then, we had a couple of the extra freshmen playing their sophomore year. And then sophomore year, they were all playing in their junior year. And then all those seniors. That is just grown experience.
Yes.
And I think that's what makes your best, your championship team. So that was really special.
So it was kind of a tricky time then when you had to go to the MAC. Because you're taking, in a way, a step up as far as the conference level, but it was also almost a reboot for the program, a lot of new faces. So it's been a few years, and then last year you guys really, really took off. Lose one game in the regular season in league play, and bring home the first league title for the regular season for a program in the Mounts time at the MAC. So how big was that for your program to be able to take that step last year?
I thought it was huge. I also feel like we expected it.
Yeah.
We had players on our team like Anna Salerno and Madison Harmoning and Molly Molshanoff and Mac Furlong, Anna McQuay, and the list goes on. But they were ready for it.
Yeah.
Right? They were hungry for it. They were built for it. They had been there through the hard times that first year in the MAC, and now it was their time to be on top. So I think, again, we were ready.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. It is about time, though, to take a look towards this year's team, and we'll talk with the coach about that right after this.
The time has come. The steak and cheese sandwich is back at Roy Rogers. Savory or spicy, make it yours with your favorite fixins. Go big and upgrade to a large drink and holster fry for the full cowboy experience. Get it while you can. Steak and cheese is here for a limited time only. See you soon at Roy Rogers.
We welcome you back to our Mount Athletics podcast. We are talking women's lacrosse here today. Coach, this a new season is upon us. You're hoping to build off of last season, but obviously you were a very veteran team last year. I know that you feel very excited about the talent you have, but it is going to be more youthful this season, is it not?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We graduated everyone but 1-2 of our main contributors on offense. So I feel like you're just going to see a bunch of unfamiliar faces, or some that have been around on the roster that are now sophomores or getting their opportunities, or juniors or even seniors. So I feel like we are excited by just the potential of this team. And while, yes, some people look at it and it's like, oh, it'll probably be a team of rebuild.
Yeah.
This is a really athletic group that I think, again, is very young, but will be around for a long time. We hope that.
Now, you do have a 20-plus goal scorer from a year ago that is returning in Brooke Molshenoff, and she did that as a freshman.
Yeah.
So there is really a great opportunity, because so many players make that biggest leap between their freshman and sophomore seasons.
Yeah, I mean, Brooke ironically started last year as a midi for us. Midway through the season, we're heading into MAC, and it's like we need some help behind the cage on offense, on attack. And I knew she has great vision. She's a great feeder. She can do equally as well up top that she can behind. So we just primarily made her an attacker, and she really took off. So I think it was great. She had a year under her belt to play with her older sister and gain confidence. That's always really exciting. But I think this is Brooke's year to take over and to shine. We can't forget that she's still a sophomore.
Right, exactly.
And learning and experiencing so many things in a short amount of time. But she's an exceptional player, and we really hope that she has a great year this year.
And maybe the star of the team as far as accolades coming to the year, Haley Chester, defender, who has been a ground ball, champion for you guys per se over the years. And, first team All-MAC selection last year. So having her back, this is her senior year. I know she's been a huge leader for your program.
Yeah. Ironically, Haley also started as a midfielder for us, but really shines, and you see her throughout the entirety of the field, specifically on the drill circle. Just a leader for us in that area of the game, and then just a stifling defender. I think that I've said multiple times to many people, if I could have a team of Haley Chesters, you never lose. And she is just the workhorse and just a leader by example, absolutely. But it's a fearless competitor, and certainly someone that will do great this year for us.
You do feel, though, that this is one of your most athletic teams.
Yeah.
I can feel that. And sometimes in this scenario, the competition within your team, when everyone knows there's a lot of opportunity, it's not like you have a ton of established players and everyone knows who's going to be the starter in this position or that. That can lead to a lot of growth. So with that being the case, this first month and a half of the season, your non-conference, you have scheduled a very, very tough non-conference slate. So how helpful is that going to be for you to kind of see who can take the reins, run with it, but also to prepare your team for MAC play?
Yeah, I think that obviously, like you said, the next month and a half will be very telling and weeks of learning and growth for us. But I also think that it can be very confidence building for us to see, hey, we can hang with these teams. Even tomorrow playing Towson, they're a great team, but we went in there last year and played a really good game, won the game. They're definitely going to come in here tomorrow and give us their best, right? So that's good to be tested in your non-conference schedule, because we want to be playing our best lacrosse mid-March into April. So I think opportunity is met, with these players and just gaining experience. Like, you can't put a price on that. So they're going to gain it in these upcoming games, which is great.
So the season opener is going to be Friday, February the 6th, 1:00 here at the Mount. I promise you there will be warmer games ahead, though. So conference play will start again mid to late March. And then, I don't know if you know this, Coach, but this year, tickets are free.
Yep.
So that is going to be great for the community. Got to come on out and support this women's lacrosse program that has been really at the top of the list for success here at the Mount. Is there anything else that stands out to you, Coach, as we look forward to this season?
Yeah, I think, again, just the youth will shine. Our veterans will shine. Our defense has always been a mainstay of this Mount Women's Lacrosse program, and we have so much confidence in them. But I'm just excited for not only this year, but the just trajectory of this team and the players that we have in it. I think you're gonna see a lot of new faces that you're gonna hear for a couple years coming up here, which is great.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for your time, Coach.
No problem.
And best of luck to Mount Women's Lacrosse here this season. That's going to do it for our chat today. We'll see you again. Check out the women's lacrosse schedule at mountathletics.com. Have a great day, everyone.